The deep freeze has come to the capital. Homeless men huddle around a steaming air vent, desperately trying to keep warm. The extreme cold is a matter of life and death.
How come you didn't go to find any shelter?
The ones I wanted to go in, they was overcrowded. They was already filled up. So
They were filled up?
So I'm going early tonight, hopefully.
So you wanted to go to a shelter, but they were too full up?
Yeah.
John told me he grew up in Washington, but no longer has any family in the city. A single man, now 48, he's been homeless for 2 years, since losing his job as a bike messenger. Sleeping rough last night, with temperatures dropping to -24 Celsius, was a particularly brutal experience. He clung to the air vent through the night.
I was kind of prepared for it. But I didn't know it would be this cold, though.
You didn't know it was going to be that bad?
Nah, it was cold. I'm not staying out here again tonight. I mean, yeah, it's going to be cold again tonight.
What's that? Yeah, it's going to get cold again now. So you're going to go and find shelter tonight?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
There are more than 13,000 homeless in Washington. Even though the city lays on extra emergency shelter places in freezing weather, some of the most acutely vulnerable seem to have fallen right through the net as the polar vortex engulfs the nation's capital. Outside one of the overcrowded shelters, there was anger about the conditions for those fortunate enough to get some shelter.
We shouldn't be living like this in the White House right down the street, the Capitol right there.
I feel sorry for the people that's not in the shelter, that's out here in the street and don't have nowhere to go. They out here and it is very cold out here. And there's no warm spots in D.C.
There are certainly no warm spots in 26 states across the nation, which are under severe wind chill warnings. There are now more than 200 million Americans affected by the polar vortex, which is quite literally spinning out of control.
Whoa!
In the Chicago area, more than 60 car crashes were reported on icy roads. Schools were closed, trains and flights cancelled as temperatures plunged to -40 degrees Celsius. Believe it or not, this is sun-kissed Texas. A frozen fountain near Houston became an instant attraction for the startled locals. As Washington's homeless brace themselves for another harsh night, some will be happy just to make it through. So far, only 6 deaths have been reported since the polar plunge descended across the country. But there are real fears they won't be the last.
Well, I think we can now speak to Inigo on the banks of the Potomac. Inigo, I've never seen you look so cold.
It is certainly very, very cold here, Matt. My brain is almost frozen over, it's that cold. Last night the temperatures plummeted here to -24, and as you pointed out, the frozen Potomac River behind me. It's a similar story, of course, across America. We've just seen a report from one meteorologist claiming that in 50 states the temperature dropped below zero. This is unprecedented. That includes incredibly even Hawaii. And of course the deep freeze is spreading to the deep south. We now have real concerns over the citrus crop, for example, in Florida. So certainly unprecedented and certainly a real worry for the United States of America over what further consequences there might be from this deep freeze that's spreading right through the states.
Inigo Gilmer, I know a very good cafe just on the other side of the river where you can warm up. Thank you very much. Kathy.
Thanks, Matt.